My name is Suzanne, and I am a professional musician. As a flutist and a teacher, my job depends on my ability to critically listen, to hear subtleties in tone, pitch, and style in both mine and my students' playing. In June of 2016, the ENT diagnosed me with sudden acute low-frequency hearing loss. To give you an idea of what it felt like, if I closed my good ear during a fireworks show, I couldn't hear the fireworks on July 4th. When I played flute, the excess noise in my right ear was so great that it sounded as if someone was playing tubular bells in that ear. I couldn't tell which note I was playing. There were so many extra notes in my head. Due to the nature of my life's work up to that point, this news was devastating for both my career as well as my emotional health. The doctor diagnosed medications, herbs, prescribed steroids, all of which did not change my condition. I am very happy that my doctor also recommended that I see Dana. From the moment she answered the phone when I called up to my most recent appointment, she stayed 100% positive that we would figure out what was wrong and that we would fix it. She asked me questions that no other healthcare professional had asked. She asked about any other pain I was experiencing. She asked about my mental health history. She asked about my stressors. Because of these questions, she had a more complete view of me as a patient and treated more than just my hearing. She stayed late after sessions to research my symptoms and connected the loose ends, which led to a hypothesis. I used to be a competitive Muay Thai kickboxer, amateur. The previous December, while demonstrating a specific technique with another teacher, we lost control and I was thrown to the ground and separated my left shoulder. I went to the ER where I was misdiagnosed with a minor sprain. I still needed to play because it was Christmas time and I am a professional musician. So I fashioned a sling out of scarves in order to hold my arm and my flute for gigs and for lessons. After months of pain and red tape, I ended up in physical therapy and was on the steady road to recovery until my benefits ran out before I was fully healed. I decided to keep doing these exercises that were recommended to me by the physical therapist and continued to slowly heal. I made a mistake in May when I took 2 fighters representing my school to a tournament and trained them in preparation for their fights. I pushed myself too hard and I re-injured my shoulder, and I knew it. The night before the big fights, I saw a Thai masseuse and had him tape me up. I planned to head back to the doctor when I got back into town. The next day, however, I started having symptoms of low-frequency hearing loss. My case was a weird one. The doctors didn't really know what to make of me. When halfway through treatment, they said not to get my hopes up for a full recovery. Dana insisted that I stay positive. Quite a feat since I was in such a terrible emotional place, understandably so. My symptoms made playing very difficult to execute, and listening to music was miserable. Dana's sensitivity to my emotional turmoil, coupled with her knowledge of what I needed in order to improve, made every session a positive experience. I didn't only receive acupuncture for my ears. Dana focused on clearing out stuck channels in my legs and in my arms. She focused on releasing the wind in my head. She used cupping, and when that didn't work, gua sha on my neck and shoulders to help break up the built-up tension. She gave me herbs to help keep my mind calm through treatment. She gave me literature about my conditions, so anything I could possibly have, so that I could stay informed about my body's healing. After she stitched together the true reason for my hearing loss, thoracic outlet syndrome, Dana treated me for it with acupuncture. I joke with people that about 75 needles were in me that day. But 24 hours after the specific treatment, I could hear again. I had my hearing retested, and I am delighted to say that I'm well within the normal hearing range in all frequencies once again, which they call a full recovery. The ENT that I had been seeing plainly said that my recovery was miraculous. Now that my hearing is fully recovered, I am comfortable telling my friends this story. And so when a friend has an issue, I recommend acupuncture. It's funny, before I would never have gone to an acupuncturist. I have a general distaste for needles, not to mention my family was very science-based, and because of a bad history with a chiropractor, we tended to avoid anything alternative or holistic. But I was so desperate to get better that I set aside everything to try something, anything, and now I recommend it regularly. I try to live right at the intersection between Western and Eastern medicines. When I mentioned Dana's theory of thoracic outlet syndrome to the ENT tech, I was written off. They said it was the wrong ear. But this was also the person who was fitting me for a high-grade earplug, preparing me for my new life with only one properly functioning ear. At the same time, I had Dana calling me at 8 p.m. on a Friday with a hypothesis as to what could be wrong. I truly believe that a crucial part of my recovery was Dana's attention to me as a whole person, one with specific feelings and reactions to the situation I found myself in. She treated each detail of my strange symptoms as a piece to a very complex puzzle that she needed to fix and would not give up until she had done so. Thank you, Dana, for bringing my hearing back.